Hi everyone. I just came back from this conference that I went to called H&H Americas. And well, I came home with a few items. So I got like some goodies that I came home with. Some stuff that was a lot of stuff that was given to me, and a few things that I actually bought. And yeah, so if you'd like to see what I I came back with from this conference, then stick around. Okay, so I went to the H&H Americas conference, and I'll show you. It's called For Handmade Business. It was a wholesale event for the knitting, quilting, needlework, sewing, weaving, spinning, and crafts industry. It was held in Chicago from May the 1st to 3rd. And on April 30th, let me show you another bag. There was an event called the Content Creator Summit, which was that day, the 30th. And they were a sponsor, so GoSadie are a sponsor for H&H Americas this year. So I was at this thing on the Tuesday, and then the Wednesday through the Friday, I was at this thing. But they're in the same building. Okay, so let's see what I got. So in this bag, this is actually stuff I bought at Hobby Lobby. That's going to be another video. You'll have to come back to that one. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera. Since I have a lot to show you, I'm going to have to divide this into 1, 2, maybe 3 parts, just because there's a lot. So this is part 1. I went to this conference trade show called H&H Americas for Handmade Businesses, and there were a lot of companies there that manufacture and sell things for us crafters, knitters, quilters, seamstresses, needleworkers, and all that. So the show was held to sell to all the stores that sell these products to us creatives. Okay, so the manufacturers are there. They're selling their products to the retailers, the small shops, the big stores also, so they can sell that to the consumer. And I went there as a content creator for the Content Creator Summit on the Tuesday, and as a designer. So I am a professional designer, professional content creator. So that's why I had access to the show. And I met with a lot of different companies, a lot of manufacturers, a lot of shops, and there may be some new opportunities for me down the road. Okay, so let me show you some of the brochures I came back with. So of course, if you go to any type of conference or trade show, you're bound to come home with a ton of papers. Even though that we live in a digital age, I'm old-fashioned. I love paper, and I love to write notes by hand. So first of all, there's my badge that shows that I was at the show. See, it says there, designer. That's my designation. It was a pretty lanyard by Riley Blake Designs. Riley Blake has a beautiful line of fabrics. And at the Content Creator Summit, we had sessions, we had breakout sessions, we had meet the brand sessions, and There was like lots of social media, content creation, marketing, business stuff for us content creators. So these are some of the handouts that I got at that. And in this big envelope from, I repurposed the Premier Yarns envelope, is like basically a bunch of information from all the different manufacturers that I met with, that, you know, I may have, well, several of these I already work with, and some of these are new to me. And so these are, you know, just a lot of information about the products, the companies, the person I have to talk to in marketing or social media, the editor I have to talk to, or the publisher that I have to follow up with. So there's just a lot of information for me in this. Now, they hand out a lot of, you get a lot of catalogs if you want. Fortunately, nowadays, a lot of it is digital, but I do love paper. I do love paper catalogs. So if I was offered a catalog that wasn't too big or too heavy, I didn't refuse it. The ones that were really big, they didn't want to give them to me anyway. They are going to be emailed to me. So like this one, and see, these are smaller. So these tend to come from smaller companies, smaller manufacturers. So these are just a sampling of catalogs that I got from the show. This is like a publisher's catalog. This is Clover's product catalog. This is Knit Pro's 2024-25 catalog. So, and it's in like a cardboard envelope box thing. So to give you an idea of all the stuff that I come home with. I got some books. Some books were given to me because I showed up for a book signing. And I'll show you those ones. So these books, I lined up and met the author, the design, or the author and designer, or designer, or whatever, of the book. And I got to learn interesting things about, like this one, I got to learn some interesting things about quilting that I didn't know. This one by Dion Stott, I learned, this one I thought would be really handy for me. It's about finishing edges of quilts, but it's about binding methods. And I do binding in my own sewing. And I already learned a few tricks just by attending the demonstration that she did. And she actually gave me some really good tips. And she will be emailing. She said she would email me some other stuff. So I'm really glad I stopped by, saw her, and I got this book, and it is signed. She did sign it to me here. And this book too was this one signed? Yeah. So this one was signed by Marcy Baker. See, that's the designer. And this one, I happened to be walking by. I was just good timing. And then I saw what the book was. And I was like, oh my goodness, someone who speaks my language. This one is the Quilter Scrap Pantry, the grab and go approach to organizing and making quilts from scraps. Susan Claire Mayfield. Oh my goodness. Like, you know, if you watch my videos, you know how I love to be organized in my craft room, my studio, whatever, and everything I do. And she likes to organize too, and she's got lots of tips of how she organizes her quilt fabrics and more. But the what's in here is applicable to all our crafty endeavors. So I was really excited to get this book, which she signed for me. So that's one of the books I got just because I was there. And yeah. Now this book here, I wasn't able to go to her book signing. Unfortunately, I already had a class at the same time she was doing the book signing. So I went before and I purchased her book. They were selling, I was able to buy it like for cost basically. And I went to find her. She was doing a demo at Clover. And I went to find her and I said, "Would you please sign my book? Because I'm not able to attend your book signing." But she was super nice about it. So Miko Shindo, she she designed patterns to crochet your own dog. Oh my God. You should have seen these dogs. They were life-sized crocheted dogs. So cute, so lifelike, amazing. She did an amazing job, and I just fell in love with her stuff, and I wanted her book because I would love to make my own dog. I would also love to make my own cat, and maybe she has a cat book in the works. Maybe. Just saying. I just overheard some stuff, So, yeah, that one. Now, this book, My Boshi. Boshi is a German yarn company that is trying to break into the North American market. And I was chatting with them, telling them what I do, and they asked me if I'd be interested in some of their yarn, and we were talking about the types of yarn and how they make their yarn, the sustainability, and the blah blah. And I said, sure, I'll give you a shout out on my YouTube. And they offered me the book here, My Boshi 2.0, more than just beanies, accessories, and bags. So knitting and crochet are not my most. That's not what I do the most, but I do some. So I said, okay, I'll look at this. And so I've got the book. The yarns I'll show you probably on another part of this multi-part video because there's just so much to show. So this is a nice book with a lot of patterns for crochet. This is all crochet patterns for hats, for bags, scarves. There's a clutch here. And there's really some really easy to read instructions at the beginning. I think I saw gloves or mittens in here. And what did I see? I'm pretty sure I saw mittens somewhere. A cell phone pouch I saw. Yeah. I thought I saw, because it says it's more than just beanies. More than just beanies. Accessories, bags. I see mittens here. So, yeah. So, all those neat things. So, that is just some more ideas for content for my videos and things to share with you. So I got some nice books, different quilting books, and a couple crochet books. Now, if you watched my unboxing of the samples box, you may remember I had a card in there to do a word search. Well, I went to the booth because they said if you bring your completed word search, you get a gift or whatever. And I did. So I went to the booth and they gave me some puzzle books. They gave me the 100+ large print word search puzzles for yarn lovers, the knitting puzzle fun, and the crochet puzzle fun. They had a sewing one, but they had just given out the last copy. So I didn't get the sewing one, which I was sad because sewing is my favorite of all of the needlework crafts. But I just thought these are so fun. I love puzzle books. I like doing Sudoku, word crossword puzzles, word search. I love doing things like that. And since it's it's a creative theme. This, you know, knitting, crochet theme. That's fun. Oh, Wardoku, I do that also. But think it's doing puzzles with a theme that I really am into. Anything that you can make with your hands, basically. So I thought this was a lot of fun. And these books are published by Merry Crafters. There's a little lamb there, Merry Crafters. So shout out to them for these books. And I look forward to playing in these. And I'm showcasing them here today because I want to tell my viewers about them. Go check out the books by Debbie D. I'm going to ruin the name. And Debbie D. Merry Crafters. Fun puzzle books. I think these are available on Amazon, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And I might be getting more. And I hope so. That would be a lot of fun. The Quilter's Scrap Pantry. Landauer Publishing, it says. I thought there was another publisher there. I did speak with the editor from this publishing house, Landauer Publishing. And this is, I believe, this is also Landauer Publishing. This is C&T Publishing. So I did meet with the publisher at C&T Publishing. They have a whole whack of beautiful creativity books, as well as Landauer Publishing. They have so many beautiful creative how-to books. Yeah, there were several publishers there of creative books, and it was wonderful to see. Okay, so I got some free magazines while I was there. These were given to us, or they were laid out on coffee tables for us to take. So I'm not familiar with, I've heard of Creative Retailer. I'm not subscribed to it, but I had the opportunity to pick up some back issues while I was there. So I will be able to look at them and see if this is something I would like to subscribe to. But it is intended to be for the retailer, the creative retailer. So if you have a brick and mortar store, this might be something useful for you. I don't have a brick and mortar store. I am a designer, but yeah, so that's why I appreciate getting some back copies so I can see, you know, what this is about, and I could learn about some other businesses at the same time. So I got a few issues of Creative Retailer, which I'm very happy to get. And what I keep my old magazines and catalogs after I read them, because I eventually use them in my mixed media work, collage, yeah, paper crafts. I repurpose my magazines and catalogs. I love magazines and catalogs. And this one is Noro. This is Knitting and Crochet magazine. Knit it your way, top down, or oh wow. So this looks like a beautiful magazine. Noro, it's got lovely, oh my god, gorgeous projects with the pattern instructions, what you need to make some beautiful projects. So I got this issue 24. Oh yeah, Noro. So yep, got that. Nice stuff. And I picked up What Women Create and Where Women Create. So these are some of my favorite magazines that I have subscribed to in the past. I'm not currently subscribed to, but it's a good thing because I got these ones for free. So, yeah, I love this. These two magazines, they're just beautiful. They're full of beautiful images, you know, about creative women, what they do, where they do it. So yeah, they're just beautiful. This is the summer 2024 copy, and this is the spring 2024 copy. So, I mean, really, these are pretty. These are current. So I'm really happy about having the opportunity to get these. I think I've read most of this one on the airplane coming home, and I still have to read this one. I did flip through them, of course, because I love to look at pictures, and they are beautiful. So yeah, I highly recommend these magazines to you if you're looking for a good quality creative magazine. Okay, let's see, what else can I show you in this video? When I finally had a chance to check out the Riley Blake booth, they were about to pack up, and they gave me some things for free, and one of them was this gorgeous notebook. It's from their Mercantile line by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet. She has a blog, Bee in My Bonnet, blogspot.com, and this is with the Riley Blake line. Look at it's just beautiful. And the paper, look at this paper. This is perfect. Like, this kind of paper is perfect for design work. Anytime, if I want to design a quilt, if I want to design a diamond art project, an embroidery, this is great. These little squares are great for that. And it's thick. It's a big, thick book. And it's spiral bound, so it's easy to work in. This got me completely by surprise, and I'm so glad I walked by the booth. And thank you so much to people at Riley Blake who gave me this notebook. It will get used. It really will get used. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you in this part of the haul video are the essential color card deck and quilt builder card deck. These I received. I had paid for what they called a learning lab, and it was a 45-minute presentation on how to use these. And when the presentation was over, we got to keep the decks. So I thought that was really cool. And it's, if you don't know a lot about color theory and you would like help in choosing fabrics to make your quilt, then this is great. This is great. Go get this. I do quilt sometimes, but I do so many things that I think that I can use this in a variety of things that I do that can help me sometimes when I've run out of ideas and I just need something else. This can help me with ideas of different color combinations of how to put things together. So that's what this is. It's a whole system that helps you pick out your colors, your shades and your tints, because colors are cool, colors are warm, and just to make beautiful combinations. Even when coloring a book page, you might stumble to know which colors would look better together. Something like this is very helpful. So I went to that learning lab because I was hoping I would get the cards and I could use them in everything that I do, not only my quilting, but that is the intention. It's so for the shop owner, the quilt shop owner who wants to help his or her customers pick out fabrics for a quilt, this is a great tool. So that's it for this part of my H&H Americas haul video. I am going to continue right after with some more goodies. I'm going to move on to the products that I got. And so I hope you enjoyed seeing this part of the video. If you like this video, please give it a like, thumbs up. Please comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in part 2. Thanks for watching. Bye.